Before we get into this episode of the Ultimate Universe mode, there are 2 polls on my community posts tab. Vote for who's gonna be on bragging rights. You got like a couple different options. I gave you 4 for each. And with that out of the way, let's go on the Monday Night Raw. John Cena? Okay, that doesn't matter. That's good. Okay, well that barely matters. So it's Matt Hardy versus Ezekiel Jackson with John Cena. And we welcome you back live to Monday Night Raw in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And Matt Hardy has a bit of a problem tonight. He's facing not only the ultra powerful okay, he's not that powerful, but he is powerful Ezekiel Jackson, and in Jackson's corner is John Cena. Why? I don't know. Genuinely, I have a fucking shit's ass of a clue. But there he is, Ezekiel Jackson. This man isn't really shy about destruction and domination. But one thing that he hasn't had is a good friend. He betrayed Justin Gabriel, but who happened to be on his team that night? That's right, it was John Cena. And John Cena is Ezekiel Jackson's real friend. So he proves that tonight by letting him manage him. Don't ask how this makes sense, I don't really know either. But hey, look! It's MVP taunting Matt Hardy once again. And Matt Hardy somehow just... What the hell? Matt is just taunting. He does not care. He sees Matt and Cena in the show tonight, and he goes, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Matt Hardy is just surrounded by enemies on all sides. In the crowd, he's got enemies. Out ringside, he's got enemies. In the ring, he's got his opponent and enemy, Ezekiel Jackson. There is nowhere that Matt Hardy can run, and there is nowhere that he is gonna be tonight. And that is a Uranagi straight to Matt Hardy. Wait a minute. Pulling him back up, going for a DDT, but Matt Hardy resists just like everyone else resists his fucking things. Now Matt Hardy getting distracted by Cena leads to another Uranagi-like move. And I think that's it. I think Matt Hardy's out. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Matt Hardy loses to Ezekiel Jackson. And I think that's the quickest Ezekiel Jackson's ever won a match. In no fair share to his allies MVP and John Cena. Are the MVPs gonna get back together? They have the same fucking enemies, apparently. Shit. Did they become friends? No, they just made worse enemies out of each other. But MVP went above Luke Gallows, and Ezekiel Jackson went above Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. So we're getting somewhere here. Anyways, oh yeah, I get to skip this. Well, Michelle McCool got involved in the match and tried to change the outcome, but she was largely unsuccessful. I'm surprised she just didn't beat the shit out of either of them. That also made them enemies. We're about to get the Nikki Brie Bella feud fucking 6 years early. What the fuck? Anyways, it's Cody Rhodes versus Terry Funk. And we welcome you back to Monday Night Raw, and the Funkster is on Monday Night Raw. That's right, Terry Funk is fighting Cody Rhodes on Raw. And you may be wondering, where's Randy? Where's Batista? Where's Punk? Well, Randy and Punk kind of got a little knickknacks from the cage. I mean, falling basically all the way off a cage isn't going to do you wonders for your back. Randy's resting up, and I actually don't know where Punk is, but considering that he won the Unified Tag Match on SmackDown last week, I'm assuming for a second that CM Punk is probably not going to fight until bragging rights to preserve his energy. So that's where they are. And Batista, I don't know. But hey, if you vote in the poll, you'll get to see him in bragging rights. Wait a minute, though. Cody Rhodes is coming out of the ring and he's attacking Terry Funk. Okay, didn't expect that. Well, no, I did expect that out of you. Cody, though, scratching his nose and kneeing him directly in the face. Now going all the way around, but wait a minute, that didn't work out. But wait, this did the fucking DDT. Cody hits the DDT on Terry Funk. And wait a minute, is that it? 1, 2... Cody gets the job done. Who needs to cross the road when you could just DDT him and get him over the road? But yeah, Cody beat Terry Funk. What else can I really say? He just attacked him. This is probably the shortest episode of Raw in a fucking minute. And with this, the go-home show for bragging rights. Terry Funk and Cody Rhodes have a worse relationship. I can only guess why. Cody is now above MVP, Luke Gallows, and Mark Henry. And where's Terry Funk? I don't know. He's just gone. Anyways, it is Edge versus Sheamus. Winner gets to go into the 6-man tag match at bragging rights. And tonight, Sheamus in the main event goes one-on-one with the man he's been wanting to fight for ages now. Sheamus has attacked Edge several times with a steel pipe. And after so many months of waiting patiently and not really doing anything with Edge, Edge and Sheamus now fight. And they fight with that prize on the line. Whoever wins this match will be in the 6-man tag match as the team leader of Monday Night Raw. So will Sheamus... Okay, I'll talk about it more with Edge, I guess. It... Pros... on the emulator just bugged out. Okay, great. And the Rated R Superstar, as I was talking about. Will Edge either fight the good fight and become team captain of Rated R, representing Rated Raw? Such a dumb joke. Or will we put Raw on a Celtic cross? That sounds kind of bad. Whatever, let's just get to the match. Edge, fuck. And now Edge is fighting Sheamus. We didn't think we'd see this. I honestly didn't think that Edge and Sheamus were gonna fight again. It was a very real possibility that these two just didn't meet after Edge lost the title because there was no reason for them to go past each other. But tonight, they are finally given a reason to brawl. Or at least on Edge's terms. Edge never really cared about this quote-unquote rivalry between him and Sheamus. It was always about if he had to fight him or not. Edge will only fight Sheamus if he absolutely has to. And tonight, he has to secure his spot as team captain of Raw. I mean, how Edge could be the difference between winning the match for Monday Night Raw or SmackDown gaining ground. Edge is no stranger to fighting, though. In fact, Edge, I believe, is finding every which way to get Sheamus in for a execution, but it doesn't really work. Wait a minute, though. As I say that, an execution is successful on Sheamus. And wait a minute, as Edge goes for the spear, it's the game, but who's the game after? Edge apparently knows that it's him. Edge is going after Triple H. He's attacking him, but Triple H isn't going to let him get away with that slickly. Knee. He's just trying to make sure that Edge will never... Okay, apparently he's done now. But Edge doesn't really care. Now he's got to go back to fighting Sheamus. That is more important than anything Triple H should do. Triple H is honestly just mad that he's team captain for Raw, which is weird, because I don't remember the last time Triple H actually cared about a brand supremacy thing, but maybe it has something to do with his lack of leadership role in the WWE. Sheamus face first onto the mat, and now getting his face put even further into the mat for fun at this point. And now Edge with another execution straight to Sheamus. And now that's a spear to Sheamus. Edge has successfully taken Sheamus back down. That's it. Edge is going to bragging rights, and he will face whoever's the #1 contender at the end of SmackDown. I want to explain how the decision process works for who goes to bragging rights in that 6-man tag, by the way. So the way that bragging rights works outside of the normal matches is that it's the champs. So for instance, Shawn Michaels will face Big Show. Kane will face Primo. Tag titles will be defended on their own, and Michelle McCool will face Beth Phoenix. That leaves 2 matches unaccounted for. The first match of the card will always be the opener. The opener being the voted match that you guys vote on. The second match takes the #1 contender for the world title, so right now it's Edge, and the #1 and 2 contender for the US title, so The Miz and Cody Rhodes. Pretty much a heel faction. SmackDown currently has its team be Taker versus Zack Ryder and Kofi Kingston. There's also a heel team, so this is bad, but it's fine. Anyways, on to Survivor Series. What? Why? God damn it. It's like Vance, Taker, and David Otunga are like a secret second Ministry of Darkness. God damn. Anyways, it's Kane versus Luke Gallows. And up next, and I keep saying up next after Superstars, man. Fuck. Remember how last week I was talking about how the only champions that usually show up on Superstars are the tag champs? I lied because Kane is here, and he's the United States champion. He's facing Luke Gallows, though, so I understand completely why this match is on Superstars, yeah. And then, of course, you have his opponent, Luke Gallows, the man that continuously... Wait a minute, Luke Gallows is running down to the ring, and he's attacking the Kane man. The man that shoots fire. Yeah, this is a good idea. Yeah, let's just take the guy that can turn me into a fireball. Immediately, wait. No, Kane is down instead. And Luke Gallows is actually doing a pretty good job at dodging the offense. Oh my God, I know where this is going. It's into the, well, not quite into the steps. I mean, he did roll into the steps, but like, not really anything outside of that. Kane is taking apart the announce table. He might have a massive plan. Wait a minute. Okay. God damn. No, it's a body slam. And now this count of 7, two got to get back into the ring. And that they do. Perfectly fine. A little disappointing that we didn't get to see Kane put the Luke Gallows through the Spanish announce table. That is really just the empty announce table. Because we don't have the rights to put the fucking Spanish commentators in the game. No, seriously. They should put commentators in multiple languages in the game. I think that'd be cool. Because right now you can only hear the fucking commentators for the men's. And there's no alternate commentary languages. I think it'd be pretty cool if you could have like multiple different commentators in like 2K27, because it's probably not in 2K26. Otherwise, they would have announced it already. Where you could have the Spanish announced team or the French announced team, because they tend to show up at shows decently often, or at least they used to. The problem would be recording so many different voice lines for a completely different language, and who would do that at like 2K? It would take a whole nother bit of development. But full Nelson, Luke Gallows punching him off, but that's just a what? Anyways, that's Luke Gallows with a massive, getting massively sidewalk slammed, and that's a choke slam. But no, it's a back bump. It's just a back bump for Luke Gallows. I seriously don't understand. Wait, no, he got him at what? Wait, I don't think Kane cares. It's a choke slam on the fucking floor. But Luke Gallows immediately gets up. Luke Gallows, it seems that attack has made him a little bit more excessive. Okay, never mind. Kane is just adding more damage to power, but he can't get Luke Gallows to stay down. Every time he goes to pick him up, Luke Gallows just gets back up. Now doing the only thing he could think to do. Kane, wait a minute, going up top, and that's a flying kick. And now the fans are actually chanting for Luke Gallows. Why? Why would you chant for this? Oh, the throat. Kane is gonna try this again. The perfect standing setup with a diving clothesline, and he took it like a roller. But wait a minute, he's not it. It's a Luke Gallows special of getting absolutely folded by the United States champion and proving every single other week why he shouldn't be the number like 3 contender for the United States championship, and that's a choke slam. Kane does have to drag him out of the way of the ropes, but it's fine because Luke Gallows does not take advantage of that fact, and it's over. Kane beats Luke Gallows. Yeah, that's Kane for you. Don't poke the bear, and you're good. But Kane's a bear, and Luke Gallows just poked him. Their relationship got worse. Kane went above Rey Mysterio. Batista went above Drew for some reason. Anyways, it's Christian versus Vance Archer, and Vance Archer has David Otunga in his corner. Are any of these people fucking friends with each other? No. They're not friends, but yet they keep teaming together like they are. And up next, Christian. Another uphill battle against Vance Archer. Dude, I can't believe that Christian keeps getting cucked like this. Christian is not only facing Vance Archer, but David's in his corner again. And as we all know, Christian's the guinea pig. Whenever Vance has a friend, Christian's the guy that Vance tests him out on. And it seems Vance wants additional testing for David Otunga. Speaking of which, David Otunga last week on SmackDown finished the story. Vance Archer and David Otunga are coming out here, and well, I think Vance Archer's in a pretty good spot. Not the best, not the worst. Could fight for the IC title, but I don't think anybody would mind if he didn't. And David Otunga, what? Oh. Well, the Nexus symbol is what the fuck is happening to his eyes? The Nexus symbol is white, and his trunks have been made yellow. I didn't even know they had a design. I thought they were just clean black trunks. So yeah, Vance Archer might be possessed about as much as Cody was like a month ago. Is he possessed? And I can't get a good look at it. It doesn't look like he is. You know what? I'm gonna check on the highlight reel. Oh. He's only possessed up close. And David Otunga might get in the way of the splash. Oh, he clipped Christian. Now he's getting thrown in the ring. Hurricane Rana onto Christian. Vance Archer, oh my God, is slammed directly onto the floor. Remember, the floor is still a little bit more dangerous than most people were willing to admit in this company. It is still much worse than some other methods. The ref telling them to get into the ring, and listening is apparently a part of the job. Oh God, here we go. Again, Christian getting flipped all the way over. But Christian gets up from it. Picking Christian up and doing a massive slam. And he's going for the pin off of that. Just one, that's two, that's three. Oh my God. Vance Archer wins. Is that a fucking tiger on David's back? What is the design on his fucking trunk? Regardless, Vance and David have pulled another one out. Hot diggity damn damn. Hot diggity damn damn. Vance went above Christian, and Vance is now number 2, which means that he's actually gonna be at bragging rights if nothing changes instead of Kofi. That sucks. SmackDown keeps being in a worst case for themselves. himself. But in the meantime, it is Cody Rhodes versus Mark Henry. And in the main event of Thursday Night Superstars, Cody Rhodes is coming back out here with John Cena. These two had a match on Raw where they actually won. Well, no, wait. Cena was with Jackson. So it seems like there's a pretty big syndicate coming around the Acronym Collective. Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Ezekiel Jackson, and MVP. They're all trying to fight the same tag team. But of course, Mark Henry and Matt Hardy aren't gonna take this lying down. In fact, Matt Hardy in particular is pissed. The second that they lose those tag titles, Mark and Matt are going back after him. Because I damn well think Matt is not going to let MVP get away with ruining his tag dreams by not giving him the fucking title. But I also think Mark has a plan. I don't think Mark Henry's just gonna let MVP get all that shit done sitting down and not get any retaliation. We're gonna see some bullshit at bragging rights, let me tell you. But in the meantime, it seems that this is Mark Henry's prep time, and Cody Rhodes is already leaving. Are you serious? And he was trying to grab him. How the fuck did he get him below the ropes? Oh, now he's dancing. And now Mark Henry pulling Cody off the thing, off of the apron. I don't know why I called it the thing. Okay, I haven't missed that in a minute. God damn. Yeah, that's right. I'm not fucking immortal. Watch the fucking short on why I don't let the CPUs control the ultimate. Okay, damn. Okay, damn. I'll stop fucking trying. I'll stop advertising mid-match. I'm sorry. God damn. I didn't know you guys were so against mid-match ads for shorts. What the fuck? Why did you elbow? Cody's trying to tell Mark he's dead while he's fucking up and walking around. Dude, get your shit together, Cody. Quite literally in this case, because you're probably shitting yourself because you're fighting Mark Henry and you're losing badly. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not throwing you around. I stand corrected. Nope, he is in fact throwing you around now. Wasn't it nice while it lasted, Cody? I mean, you had a good run, right? But it seems like you ain't winning this match. Fact. Bear hug. What? 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 Yeah, Cody loses. I think I just got the best possible glitch ever. Yeah, I would have a worse relationship with Mark Henry too after that with Cody. I agree, that was bullshit. That moved MVP above Luke Gallows. Let's move on to SmackDown. What the fuck? It's Vince and Chris. It's the fucking fart. Why is the fart there with... Whatever, man. And to open Friday Night SmackDown, The Rock is looking to avenge his loss to, of all people, David Otunga by fighting the greatest, worst Intercontinental Champion? I mean, he only had the title for a month. Yeah, he's probably the worst. I don't know why I said greatest. I think I just said that because he has like 1 billion wins. How many wins does he have? Ted DiBiase has actually only won 16 times. He's actually lost more than he's won. Okay, never mind. Maybe he's not the anything. Maybe Ted's not anything. But this man comes from money. He comes from grace. And he's looking to fuck all over the... Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Ted DiBiase is attacking The Rock. What are you doing, man? The Rock is like, what, do you not respect him because he lost to David? I mean, yeah, Ted DiBiase is now just whiffing and yelling and hollering all over the place. Oh, wait, he's picking him up. The Rock, he just didn't do anything, though. Is Ted DiBiase throwing? I don't know why the man that has money to spare would let The Rock win. What else could The Rock have given him if he's trying to let him win like this? And now he's pulling him out of it and it's clothesline. Okay, you know what? Maybe he just didn't have his head in the game yet. Maybe he doesn't have his head in the game at all. I think that might genuinely be his problem. He does not have his head in the game. Ted was expecting to win, like he always does whenever he attacks something. So not getting that immediately has caused him to flatline on his brain cells. His brain cell count deteriorated the second that The Rock survived. He never hit him with Dream Street. That was the problem. And now an elbow drop by The Rock, making maybe not the most electrifying move in sports entertainment, but still better than that electrifying move, quote unquote. Oh wait, Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase ran at him despite a rope rebound. What is this fucking AI doing today, bro? Wait a minute, though. The Rock has locked in the spine buster. Bret Hart is getting more and more pissed off with The Rock by the fucking day every time he uses this move. Because you know what? It's never... I was just about to say that it's never effective, and then Ted tapped out. Fuck me, I guess. And The Rock is even offering a handshake to Ted DiBiase, but of course, Ted DiBiase is a self-centered, egotistical dickhead and has not shaken anyone's hand in over 3 years. Did that move The Rock up? It did. It moved him above Christian. Ted also moved up because he attacked him. But to be fair, he deserved to be above JTG. Not necessarily the Big Show, but I also don't want Big Show in the IC title scene. So anyways, it is time for quite possibly the most densely packed tag match I've ever seen. What is happening here? And in our second match of the night, we have a little bit of a 6-man tag match for you. Vance Archer is teaming with his best fucking friend, David Otunga, and his former tag team partner, Chris Jericho. Okay, who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him that this is a bad idea and that he's gonna get betrayed halfway through this match? He's done it to the Big Show. I think he'll do it to Vance too. Vance has been told before by Jericho that he's not a good tag partner, so this is a little awkward. But his tag team partner, David Otunga, has finally, and I mean finally, beaten The Rock. And according to this new attire, he's purified. All of the woes that he had about Rock beating him in the Nexus breaking up have been quantifiably crushed. He doesn't even care about going after Wade Barrett anymore. However, what I do care about is the fact that I have to reset this game for like the 5th fucking time. Seed now owns 2K26 Monday Night War Edition, and Magic's just said my condolences. And then you have their tag team partners, Chris Jericho. This man has never been anyone's favorite. And I mean my fucking god, dude. He has betrayed Big Show, he has betrayed Vance Archer, he got his comeuppance against Big Show in that Iron Man match on SmackDown before the Bash. But he has never actually gotten his comeuppance for Vance. Will Vance throw to get his comeuppance on Jericho? Or is he going to try and secure his relationship with David Otunga by refusing to do that? But their opponents are people that, they're gonna put up a fight. And that's all I can really say. Up first is JTG. And JTG is actually pretty good. I like JTG. I just have completely run out of things to say about him because nothing has changed about him. In the last, 6 months, nothing has happened. Not his fault, not course correcting either. And then you have his monumentous tag team partner, Jake the Snake Roberts. Now, Jake the Snake Roberts is interesting because he's David's enemy, right? It's David Otunga's thing. But David's purified. So is this more about David? Or is this more about Jake the Snake wanting to beat David? Either is possible. I'm just throwing ideas out there. And then you have Evan Bourne. This man got betrayed by Kofi Kingston, and I cannot help but feel bad for him, especially now that he's having to face his rival Vance Archer. But to be fair, he did try to attack him last week on SmackDown. So honestly, I think this might be his fault. Just a thought. And Vance Archer with a massive, oh wait, okay, Vance Archer pulling out. And pulling Vance Archer out of the way, and now taking JTG's head clean off, and, well, the rest is history. Unless your name is Vance, in which case it's now, because the past is the present, and the present is now. What? No, wait, what does that mean? JTG is already flatlining on the floor. He got 2 hits in! And Vance Archer now just taking JTG and condensing his bones into a platter. And now it's Jack Swagger? Jake the Snake Roberts wants a tag, but Vance isn't gonna let him have it. I mean, wait! David is actually off the ropes. JTG. It's another opportunity for, wait. He's rolling out of the ring on Harlem's way, and he decides, fuck it, might as well tag in David Otunga. So here comes David Otunga with the knee! And the knee, the elbow, no, it was an elbow, not a knee. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm getting my Jake the Snake Robertses and Jack Swaggers mixed up, along with which body parts they use for offense. My bad. But the elbow, okay, he didn't, okay, he's throwing the elbow around too loosey, as opposed to too goosey, which is better somehow. Back suplex is officially dense. Dense in the bones of the concoction. The elbow drop by Jake the Snake. An elbow. A knee. I fucking god damn it. I can't get my body parts straight. What the fuck? What is going on? What is... Help! Help! Okay, thank you, Vance Archer. Chris Jericho, get out of the ring. I can't fucking win with Jake the Snake, man. Jericho, get the fuck in the corner. Dude, they're shuffling around like fucking baby birds in the goddamn nest trying to find comfort. I can't get a single fucking move off on Jake the Snake either, by the way. Okay, wait, there we go. A belly to belly by David Otunga. Wait a minute, things are looking up. And wait a minute, that's the fucking sky-high verdict. Wait a minute, that's it. Is that it? Is that it? That's it. Okay, David pins Jake to win this six-man tag. Jericho didn't even get tagged in. Who needs to worry about betraying one's trust when you could just not tag him in? Fair enough. That made David and Jake's relationship worse, and Vance and JTG's. Vance went above Zach and Christian. Wade Barrett went above, I'm presuming, JTG? Yeah, because JTG went down the IC title scene as well. Ted's now above him. And in our third match on SmackDown, we have a women's triple threat match. Why I say triple threat and not number one contenders? Well, because as we already fucking know, number one contender matches don't actually matter for this month, except the tag titles. So, hooray! But up next, it is Eve Torres, and she is coming out wearing red. A little bit of her attire is unmatched. What the fuck is the point of that? Seriously, I've never understood what the point of that is. Is it to be hot? Covering half of your ass cheeks with your small ass hands is not hot, okay? Maybe it means something, and I just don't know it. If that's the case, I'm sorry. And then, of course, you have Natalia, the Heart Foundation member. Quite possibly the only member of this godforsaken faction that actually fucking does anything. And apparently puts fucking bandages. Are those bandages? They might just be tape. She put tape on her arm. I don't know why, okay? And now Natalia is, Can I get an instant fucking replay of what happened there? Oh, Eve did a drop kick. Fuck you for making me think you both got hit with the same move. But Natalia is seemingly dominating the, opening ends of this match here. Kiss my ass, Eve! Stop your bullshit! Eve is again being bullied on the ropes by Natalia. It seems Natalia has something against Eve in general. Oh. Okay, it seems that both of these women just have something against Eve. Eve is not having fun tonight. The leg drop? You did a leg drop into a fucking flying forearm? Even AJ Styles wouldn't do that. Sorry, someone wouldn't do that against AJ Styles with an Alabama slam onto Eve. Now, fucking Maurice slamming Natalia's face into the mat twice. What the fuck is your problem? Natalia, now take it. What the fuck are you doing, Maurice? God damn. Now, fucking Natalia is bending all of Eve's limbs. Because, wait a minute. Natalia has Maurice in the sharpshooter, but Eve might be getting up here in a second. Maurice has to tap out, like, right now, or else Eve is just gonna get up and ruin this. But wait, Maurice isn't even done. Maurice doesn't tap out of the sharpshooter. What? And now the fans are chanting for Maurice for some reason. Bitch! Bitch? Bitch? Okay, I pushed it into the ropes. Why was the cutscene not activating? Hello, game? This isn't WWE 12 yet. You can't just not give me a cutscene. And now Natalia is just bending Maurice in all the right places. And by that, I mean everywhere that isn't supposed to be bent. Wait a minute, though. Eve in the rope break. Wait, there's always a plan B. Going for the pin on Maurice, the person she just stretched their limbs to death. And that counts. I don't make the rules. Natalia wins. That was stupid, though. And Natalia offers a handshake to Maurice, but nothing, because Maurice is a selfish, egotistical dickbag. Stay with me, ladies and gentlemen. So that made Maurice and Natalia enemies, because, yeah. And that made Natalia go above Maurice and Eve. So that's good. Anyways, it's Taker versus Big Show, because why not? And up in our main event, The Undertaker and Big Show run it back one more time, this time with the roles reversed. The last time these two fought, Big Show beat Taker in an Inferno match for the World Heavyweight Championship, but wait a minute, Taker is attacking the champion. Wait a minute, though. Big Show ain't gonna sit down like that. Wait just a goddamn minute. Wait a minute. Oh, God. Big Show on the apron. But Big Show got up immediately. Now, this match is starting off well and proper. Big Show now having to fight an onslaught. But Big Show knows Taker by this point. He knows that Taker is going, what he's gonna do and how he's gonna do it. So this is a much harder battle for Taker. But Taker using in-ring psychology, the veterancy. Taker has been around for far longer than the Big Show has. Even if it's only by about a decade, it is still longer than Big Show has been around. And wait a minute, Big Show, that's a massive choke slam straight to him. Chris Jericho. Who the fuck is Chris Jericho out here to face? It's probably Taker and Big Show, if I had to guess. Taker isn't gonna Jericho do that to him. And a massive big no to Jericho. Throwing him into the steel steps. Now the odds become impossible for Jericho to mount up. And a massive big boot to the man. And Jericho is running away. But Big Show turned around. What the fuck? It's fine. Taker is one of the best strikers in the game, and he's willing to recover from any one particular thing. And the fans are now chanting that Show's gonna kill The Undertaker, which is far from the case, because right now it looks like Taker is trying to kill the Big Show. Wait a minute, that's a goddamn choke slam. That's a goddamn choke slam, but the two elbows get him off of him for now. But wait a minute, grabbing the arm and then immediately hitting him with yet another choke slam. But now the fans are riling behind the Big Show. They want this man to win. But no, it seems like Taker is on a man-made mission to hit the Big Show with his last ride. And that is it for Big Show. Taker has defeated the Big Show just 2 days before bragging rights. What does this mean for bragging rights? Will Big Show lose to Shawn Michaels? Will The Undertaker prevail in leading his team to victory? We'll find out next episode. But since the card of bragging rights is going to change no matter what I do, let's look at what could have been. Was bragging rights good? Well, first of all, the opener would have been Shelton Benjamin versus Jack Swagger. The tag match is the same. The women's match is right there. And there was no match between the US and IC champs. So the answer is no, it would have been kind of ass. That's it. See you next time.